like to introduce Penny Hubble, who is standing as a Lib Dem candidate in the North Wymondham area. Good morning, Penny.
Hello.
Would you like to tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Right. In the 70s, there was a shop in Wymondham called Telefusion, and my dad ran that shop. So Wymondham has been part of my life since my childhood. And if you bought a telly in the 70s, you probably bought it for my dad. Then I qualified as an officer at HMS Royal Alpha School of Leadership, and then I received more education and became an education in science. I became an engineer, and I engineered aspects of HMS Warrior.
Wow.
Which is the underground nuclear bunker charged with the responsibility of launching this country's nuclear capabilities.
Oh, I'm not sure that's something to hope we need to use.
I haven't signed the Secrets Act, so...
Okay. No, I don't hope we never have to use that bit of your engineering career, Penny.
Right, okay. And yes, I also engineered aspects of laboratories at the National Institute of Medical Research, housing dangerous substances, including the bubonic plague. And I often smile to myself that the measure of my success is that nobody's dead.
Excellent, Penny. So you live in Wymondham?
Yes, I moved to Wymondham, moved into Wymondham 8 years ago, to lead a slower pace of life, and very enjoyable it has been. And I spent my time working in the community. I was at the very first meeting of Wymondham Town Team, and in that time I've volunteered my efforts. I've been a community first aider, and invariably at community events I'll be there with the first aid kit. I was on the Feathers Fest committee. I'm also a trustee of the Talker newspaper, and I have recorded interviews and shows for the partially sighted. Now, I'm a great believer in human rights, and I will it's very important to me to ensure that everybody, however they are, has an equal opportunity to enjoy whatever part of society they would like to enjoy.
And with regard to Wymondham, if you had to pick one element of Wymondham that's really attractive, what would that be?
Well, my favourite part of Wymondham, I have to say, is the community. I've worked so much in the community, and there's so many really nice people that go above and beyond what people consider normal, and it's just such a lovely place to live and be and share my life with these lovely people.
Excellent. So if there's one thing in Wymondham that you could make a change to, what would that be?
I would like there to be more consideration for children's play areas like the King's Head Meadow and Berwick Park. I think that's very important to give young humans a full-rounded life's experience. I also would like to put more consideration into infrastructure for the new housing estates. There's a lot of housing estates going up, and it does concern me whether the infrastructure can cope with the influx of new numbers. So yes, there will be points that, given the opportunity, that I will press.
Excellent. We heard at the beginning that you've been a supporter of Town Team since it started, and that you're on the Talking newspaper. So obviously my next question, which charity or community group in Wymondham do you support, has been answered. How long have you been working with the Talking newspaper, and what's your role there?
Well, I've been since I moved to Wymondham, really.
So for 7 years.
Same, about the same amount of time since Town Team was created, and I'm a trustee. So my responsibilities are: I'm a technician, a sound technician. So I record. There's a weekly show that goes out, and I'm a technician once a month or once every 4 weeks for that. And the readers read out the content, and I did that, and we put the ones into wallets and send them out to the partially sighted people. I'm also an editor and producer of The Oracle and the About Wymondham magazine. The council produces an About Wymondham magazine, and we put that into an audio format for the partially sighted to enjoy.
Okay. Any other community things that you're involved with?
There are. I'm involved in a number of community things, but I like to operate under the radar as much as I can. So, I'm always pottering about here and there.
Yeah, pottering about. You like pottering in the community.
I do.
That sums Penny up, pottering in the community. Penny, thank you for taking your time to come to talk to us today. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.